Hello, hello. Give us just 1 second. Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? It is Quiet Dominance, and we're back. Whew.
We are back. I hope y'all ready.
Right. Looks like we're having some trouble streaming.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if we can do this. So let me check and see what we've got going on. Scheduled. Save changes. See if we can get that fixed. Sorry, everyone. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Those of you who are on YouTube, let's see what we got going. It looks like Facebook is having a little bit of an issue. All right. Okay. There we go. That's what it is. I think we figured it out. So bear with me 1 second, everybody. Do apologize. All right, so we're going to take it off and add it back on for Facebook. Hopefully, we can get the streaming available. All right, so now we have gotten it fixed.
Yay.
So we should be able to now be streaming live on Facebook. Again, thank you so much for those of you on YouTube that's kind of bearing with us as we get everything started. So yes, again, thank you so much for those of you on YouTube that's kind of bearing with us as we get everything. Okay, so now that we were able to handle the technical difficulties of tonight, there won't be any more. Thank goodness. So
Right.
again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Quiet Dominance. Myself and Keisha is our host. So before we get started, we want to give some people some time to get in. But also, I wanted to ask, how is your week going so far? It's hump day. It's the middle. How's it going?
Well, for me, it is the end of the month, and it's crazy. But it's been good, I cannot complain. I messed my knee up. I keep thinking I'm 25 and not, well, I'm not gonna say my age. But other than that, it has been a great week. What about you? How was your week? How's everything been going?
My week has actually been going pretty good. Like I said, it's hump day, so it's middle of the week. Can't wait to the weekend. I actually just got in from Chicago, so I'm like still
That's
trying to
right. The
make
420,
sure.
right?
Yes, so I recently was in Chicago for a 420 pop-up event for a business that I co-own. So that was great. So I'm getting back onto the East Coast. So I'm trying to get back into time zone and everything else from the weekend. So it's actually been a pretty good week. I can't wait to the weekend though, because I'm
Oh,
asleep my
yeah.
butt off.
Right.
So yeah, we just wanted to kind of come in tonight. I'm super excited about the show tonight, like actually for real, because with Quiet Dominance and everything, a lot of you know we've been doing a series on like BDSM and kinks.
Right.
Started with our first show in January, where we discussed quiet dominance. Then we did the art of submission, where we spoke to a couple of subs. We did art of dominance. We've also did some demonstrations, which we'll be doing again, and all those other things. So, with it being April, and it is also National Poetry Month, I wanted to kind of shed some light on another kink that some people may not even know that they have, that they are, they're like, or anything else like that. So, and that's called a narratophile. So, kind of like a really like simple definition of what a narratophile is or narratophilia is a fetish or for like dirty talk, like sex
Ooh.
stories, erotic conversations, and poems, yes, like all of that. So we wanted to show some love to the narrative files out there, because there's a lot of you guys. I know as a poet, being a logo file myself, which is a lover of words, there's definitely a lot more of us out
And if y'all have not seen Brittany's poems here and there on Facebook, oh, y'all missing it. Sometimes I'll be like, dang, Brittany, girl, how long? Let me collect myself.
there. You know what? And that's what is so interesting because I don't really tout myself as an erotic poet. However, in the last like maybe 7 years, your girl's been heavy on it. So and I get in those moods with my drunk poetry where I might, put a little something out there. But tonight, you guys actually get to taste quite a bit of some stuff, even some stuff that I haven't even performed before.
Woo!
So we're getting some exclusives out here.
Yes.
But so along with that, I got some poetry. My Keisha has some poetry that she's gonna hit us with too. But we actually have one of the most amazing poets, like super talented, dope, gorgeous woman. Like when I first met her, like her spirit, energy was everything, and she called me like her sister in poetry. And like ever since then, like anything I'm doing and it has to involve poetry in any way, I'm calling her. But she's amazing. And I'm actually going to let her talk about herself because I'll be here all day talking about all the accolades and accomplishments this woman has. But I would love to actually invite her up on stage with us so we can get our little poetry section together. And then towards the end, if you guys have any questions or, maybe we might even let you come in the comments and spit a little something and we'll read your words. Towards the
Absolutely.
end, please let us know. But without further ado, I'm gonna have Miss Nightlife come up here.
Woo, 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 woo.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
Y'all hear her voice? Y'all hear how sexy that is? Whew.
How are you doing this evening?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Excellent, excellent, amazing. So excited for tonight. Like I've been
I
all
am
month.
too.
I've been
Thank you
waiting.
so very much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So please let everybody know your name, where they can find you, and everything else before we get into what we do best.
Okay. Hey y'all. I am Jeanette Miss Nightlife Irvin. I am an author, 3 times published author, award-winning poet. I travel the world to share my poetry, and I am a former member of the Punani Poets, um, and who has been very instrumental in the career that I have in poetry and the places that I've been. And so, you can follow me anywhere across the web. Um, on Instagram, I am at nightlifes_venom, as you can see, like under my name there. And then outside of poetry, I sell real estate. I am your real estate plug, so you can find me across the internet at Real Estate Maggie. Um, and yeah, I can't wait to get into this night with y'all because it's hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day.
Ah.
Right, it's something. Absolutely. So thank you so much for that introduction. And like I was saying before, it's National Poetry Month. We're talking about kinks and all that. And like to me, again, as a poet, writer myself, being a logo file and all of that, like there is nothing better to me sometimes than just hearing a sexy voice say some of the most sexiest shit. You could just be reading the menu, but if your voice is just there, like I'm melting everywhere. How about you guys?
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Real
See?
close in your real close in your ear, like it's almost like a guttural whisper.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ah, listen. Mm, mm,
Yeah, I
mm,
don't know if
mm.
I'm gonna be okay tonight, honey. Because listen.
I'm trying to
Mm.
tell you. So
I'm gonna try
yes,
to. Yes.
it don't matter what you say.
No.
Right.
Did you
Right.
put the casserole up? Uh-huh.
Absolutely. Yeah, that
See?
perfect register, like that tone
Mm-hmm.
is just like
Mm-hmm.
it like sparks a fire within almost.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like it. So and then of course when you couple that tone with, melodic rhythm and words and the mastery of it, it just takes it to a whole nother height. Because I don't know about you guys, but my imagination is through the roof. So like again, I can sit back and relax and just let somebody talk and be in another world.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of like what this narratophilia is about. Someone who has a fetish for like dirty talk and talking about sex and sex stories and eroticism and all of these things. So we kind of want to explore that tonight. We just want to say hey to everybody that's joined into the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Please share and follow everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess because you're our guest, I'm not gonna put you on the spot first. I'm actually gonna go first,
Okay.
just to kind of ease it in a little bit. So I actually shared a small snippet of one with my post. So I'm actually gonna read the one that I posted originally, and
Mhm.
it's called "The Alarm." And this is actually one that I have not. I shared it on Facebook, but I actually have not performed this anywhere. So I'm gonna read this one for you guys, and I'm gonna start it off. So the alarm. I slide between her roots, fashioned as a doorway to her secret garden, tasting and savoring her juices as they glisten in the sunrise like dew on her freshly cut lawn, partaking in nectar of honeysuckle and rum, punch drunk with her love as I digitally walk through her garden, guided only by the curves of the land. Although the landscape is bare, there is much nourishment to be made as I drink my fill from her now emerging waterfall. Once satisfied, I lay my blanket down and rest my head, basking in my newfound home, looking forward to a moonlight swim. The llama sounds. And that's the end of
Mm.
that piece.
Mm.
Come
And
on, Moonlight Swim.
Okay, the
so
alarm has sounded.
right. So that piece actually I wrote for nobody in particular, but so my style of poetry is I like the finesse. I mean, yes, I can be very blunt, crude, and crass, and all that I need to, but I think sometimes it's nice to say it in prettily, in a nice way,
Mhm. Mhm.
and use much imagery. So that piece is actually written about basically morning sex. Like I just wanted to give her some head because she was just looking that good. So here you go. Like and I'm looking forward to tonight when we get off work. So that's kind of where that inspiration for that piece came from.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So we're gonna start it
Sounding
off
the
a little
alarm.
nice with that.
Mhm.
Okay. So what do you have? It looks like Keisha might be having some trouble and she'll be back with us in a second.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we talking about it, we're being erotic, right? It's
Yeah,
hump day, so I'm gonna be a little raw if that's okay.
absolutely. As raw as you would like to be.
Okay. So we I went to recently come return from Ghana,
Oh, okay.
and there, the market is on the street, which includes food and all these things that people are willing to try. And like when I say foods, I mean like I don't want to make a face, but like goat stomach,
Oh, okay.
like extreme things, but people were willing to try and eat them.
Mm.
And I encourage anybody that eats anything before they put anything in their mouths that they bless it, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So this poem I call Daily Grace.
Okay. I'm excited.
As you kneel before this feast, blessed by the hands of a God. Yes, God has graced me with your succulent hostess cream, fists clenched, eyes closed, sacred, smacking, suckling, drinking from the cup that runneth over just so you can get closer to my spirituality. Caught in the secular beats of my headboard, an appetite for more of me, magically delicious, nutritious, hungry, eat me. That does a body good. Thirst quencher, eruption dripping, so sip slow and blow with caution. The contents of this honey pot very hot, sweetly sticky. Break it off quickly. You gotta get a piece of this Kit Kat bar. But you can't have just one lay. Melt in your mouth and in your hand. So as you kneel before this feast, blessed by God, you better bow your head and say, Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, girl. See, I love that. I love that. Yes,
Lord,
you,
let me
you
bless
gotta
it
bless
right
bless
now,
the
before
food
I
that has
eat
been
it.
prepared for you by these hands. Absolutely. Yes, I
Mhm,
absolutely love that.
mhm, mhm.
Oh, I think Keisha's trying to come in with us,
Yes,
but
yeah, I'm
she'll
so
be in a
sorry.
second. But yeah, so what was kind of like the inspiration behind that piece?
Um, well, in my pen there is a lot of rebellion, and a lot of that rebellion is um, centered towards religion and the tape that they put on it. And so in discussing how sex is a spiritual act,
Mm-hmm.
um like I was saying, we bless food. We should be blessing food. We should be blessing anything that we intake into our bodies, right?
Absolutely.
And so the inspiration for that was with that idea in mind, like, I'm gonna write a prayer.
Right.
I'm gonna bust down a prayer.
Right.
Like this is a feast from God right here.
Right.
You know? So that's where it was, just kind of celebrating the realization of that.
Okay. I like that. And I like the concept of it too, about like you said, like praising, you gotta take care of this because this is precious here. Like you don't just like this is gold. This is everything right here. So you better make sure that you are prepared, that you've
Mhm.
prepared yourself, that you've cleansed yourself, and
Yeah.
that you're worthy to dine on this feast that you have before you. So I
Indeed.
like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll do another one. I'll do another quick one. So to me, one of my things, because I know I'm gonna put my business out there just a little bit. So one of my absolute favorite things to do is kissing.
Mm,
Like to me, you can express like everything to somebody in a kiss.
mm,
You can express like every single emotion that you may have or not have. Because I didn't gave stingy kisses before where I really didn't want to, but I gave it to you anyway, and it was probably a really short, just get out of my face type kiss. And
mhm,
then I've also given
mhm,
that I hunger for you type kiss.
mhm,
So I wrote a short one, and it's called "Death by My Kiss."
mm,
So it goes. As my lips deliver my poison upon impact, tasting your lips all while siphoning your soul, killing you slowly, softly, sweetly, only to resurrect you upon their departure, giving life while bringing you to the sweet brink of sensual death, beckoning you to your demise like a siren song. You willingly walk into the light, experiencing the explosion of ecstasy as my tongue delivers the final blow, teeth biting its prey as you lean your head back, taking your final breath. My trap is set.
Mm,
And I
mm,
wrote that because,
mm.
again, to me, kissing you put all of that into it. So it's like once and I'm gonna just pop my shit real quick. Once I get my lips on you, that's it. You done. Like, you done. Like, you are done. Like once I get my lips on you, that's it. You're done. Whatever it is that I want, I'm going to get because that's how much that is to me. So it's almost like I said, siphoning that Venus trap, if you will.
Mm, mhm,
So,
mhm,
so that was kind of the inspiration behind that piece because I think there's different levels to this,
mhm.
and that just happens to be one of my Keisha. You good? We back with us, girl. Oh, you on mute, honey? You on mute?
I'm sitting here like, oh, we. I'm like, I need my fan. I'm gonna have to pop my fan. I'm gonna have to pop my fan. I'm gonna have to
So,
pop it, honey. I'm sitting here like, kiss, and let's bless the food. I gotta bless it before I eat it.
That's right. That's right.
Listen, hey, I was sitting over here like, I don't even have no pearls on tonight, so I can clutch them, honey. I need my pearls on. Thank you. Hold on for them. Hold on.
Pop it. Pop your shit.
Yes, I am so here for it. I'm saying
Mhm.
like, I gotta read something after these ladies. It's all right. It's
Yes,
okay.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let us hear it.
yes.
Okay, so I didn't write anything, but I did find one that I had to tell myself, oh Jesus, hold on. It's it says I wrote poems inside of her with my fingers.
Oh.
Our story began with her scream and ended with her soul on my lips.
Mm.
I said, damn.
Mm.
So that is
Mm.
the one that I saw, and
I
I was
wish I
like,
would have wrote that line. I wrote
Right.
poems with my fingers inside of her. What?
yes,
Right.
yes.
I wish
I
I would
said,
have
oh,
came up with that.
I
Yeah.
know it didn't even give me.
God, dog.
Oh, it says you're tango. So I don't know because I don't want no copyright infringement. This is not my poem. Whomever wrote this, it caught my attention. So yeah,
Ooh.
write your
Yes,
poems inside.
indeed.
That was what that did to me. I was like, okay, I can do this. But yeah, that was the one I saw. I was like, woo, yeah.
My goodness.
I know, right?
Jeez. I don't know. That was almost like scripture.
I
Right.
know, right? Yeah, that was
What?
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yes, that
Yeah.
touch right there. Short and
Yeah.
sweet too.
Ooh, hold
Right.
on, girl. Hold on. Girl, hold on.
Mm-hmm. Pop that thing. Goodness
So
gracious,
someone
now
asked it again.
that
Someone said,
kind
"Can
of
you
just changed up the poem I was gonna do. I mean, I can do geez Louise.
But
You
yeah,
say
Oh,
so
what?
we do have somebody that asked you to say it again. So if you can
Ye-
say it again first.
I sure will.
mm-hmm.
I wrote poems inside of her with my fingers.
Mm,
Our story began with her scream and ended with her soul on my lips.
mm, 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 mm,
All right.
mm.
Mm.
My, listen. What?
Yeah,
Right.
that was for the people in the back, honey.
Right.
That
Mhm.
was for the
Right.
people in the back.
Yeah, I don't
Mm,
even have a
mm.
drink to take one.
My goodness.
I know. That did something for me
Mm.
too.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna go with the poem I got up because I was gonna do a different one, but I could do that one in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. This is actually a duo poem. I wrote this poem in tandem with um, another one of my poetry sisters named Pioneer the Poet. I'm going to do my part of the poem, but it's called Talk Dirty to Me. I mean, and I figured it's apropos for the evening. So here it is. Listen, I'm trying to be tied up with you. I'm talking our arms, legs, arms, head looped so close. Neither of us knows the beginning or end of our strokes, just juxtapose lips upon lips, hands on hips, pulling your wetness close, pushing your limits the most, and ain't no gaps between us. And I appreciate your full cooperation as I explore this tessellation of curves and lines in your body. They invite me in to fall in the pool of your sin and just drink. Sink to the bottom of your walls and lay there looking and licking around. I happen to enjoy the sounds your body and mouth makes as I have my way on and in your playground.
Ooh,
So
ooh,
bow your head. I want to know what it do. Prepare the table for my return, offering me to you. This is communion.
mm,
Break, eat, drink of my body, and when I come, we exchange psalms, rise and fall in the calm of each other's hymns. Wait as I walk through your valley, I am the upheaval that steers your demons. The reason your head spins, legs extend, and eyes roll back. Allow me to study the scriptures of your skin. Go to and have church with you, synchronized movements within your sun, rotating around my earth, its worth and all excess past to every inch of your ass. And I want to start at the nape of your neck.
ooh,
What with the anticipation of what your nipples taste like.
ooh,
If your titties fit in the palm of my hand, can you stand the whispers of my ear, my breaths in your ear? Can
mm,
you hear the trace of my teeth on your lobes? The idea of your toes curling opens my floodgates as your fingers take a dive, as they strive to open my thighs wide just to see them vibrate. My earthquakes and my milky makes its way to the back of your throat, deep.
mm,
So I
mm,
want to know, baby, can you talk dirty to me? If you
Yeah,
mm.
I love that one.
I'm sitting over
Why
here
do
like,
you
ooh, I'm trying to get my
like?
iPad up and I'm sitting here like, I can't even figure out what I'm doing, Jesus. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm over here like, wait a minute. I can't even focus.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Wordplay is ridiculous. That's what I'm trying to tell
It
you.
is.
Play is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that one. So I'm gonna share one that's a little another one. This is actually one that is recorded.
Mm.
Mm.
And I actually have the opportunity to shoot a video for it. But it
Come
is
through.
part of a series about kink. And this one, I'm gonna read it, and then at the end, I will tell you which particular kink it was written about.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with it, and it's called "Say It."
Mm.
Smoke floats through the air while melodic cues permeate the room. We sit. Moments of cuddling before my nipple finds its place between your fingertips. Deep moans escape my lips as your back arches just a bit. You like the sound, but I love making it so much damn more. Panties falling to the floor as your other hand moves to my core.
Mm.
I lift my thigh, whispering, "Don't be shy," before resting it on your knee. You begin to play in my wetness, amazed at how ready I can be. With the jerk of my hips every time your fingertip slips. Say it, you
Mm.
command.
Mm.
But I respond only with a moan. You bite down on my shoulder and I let out a loud groan. And with the swift dip and curve, you stroke my spot within, gripping me tighter, and you say, "I won't ask you again."
Ooh.
Mm.
And at that moment, the keys turn into the lock and you walk through the door. You gaze and see me as I'm performing self love on the floor.
Oh.
We lock eyes and you walk over to the chair, front row, and sit. Lean down, pick up the camera, smile, and say it.
Mm, mm,
So that piece is actually written about voyeurism and how a lot of people actually like watching their partner's self pleasure. So the imagery behind it is, and why it's going to be a video and it was recorded, is it's going to be two people sharing this space, bodies. You'll just see the images, and then it switches to, oh wait a minute, it's not two people. This is just one person in their fantasy as their partner walks in. And then the
ooh.
person walking in picks
Nice.
up the camera so that they can now film this self pleasure. And it also goes into place into the dynamic of sub and dom, where you have the commands and the response.
Yes, when
Mhm.
you said I'm not gonna ask again,
Yes.
My
I
goodness.
said I'm not gonna ask. I ain't gonna ask you again.
My goodness.
So that was the inspiration behind that one.
Oh,
Ooh,
Couple
ooh,
topics in there.
baby, let me tell you something. Somebody gonna get pregnant off of that.
for real.
Somebody gonna get pregnant off of that one. Oh, that was
Yeah.
Mm.
that was
So
good. That
Keisha,
was
do you
good.
have your other one that you wanted to share with us real quick?
Hold on one second.
Oh, Lord, Keisha.
What I do? I didn't do nothing. I promise. I was good. I promise. Okay, hold on. Oh my God, where did it go? Okay,
So
okay.
while she's looking for that, I wanted you, Miss Nightlife, to kind of talk about your own experience with erotic poetry and how you grew this affinity for it or this talent for it as well.
Okay. Um, there was this, I don't know, I went to a poetry event. This is, years back. And there was this poet that did a poem, and I crushed on the poet after the poem. And so I think I may have had an event or something, and I invited her, and she came and
Mm.
did a poem at my house, and I wrote a response to the poem.
Oh,
Mm.
And I wasn't being malicious, or I just was, like caught in the moment, like it was instant.
hmm.
And then from that poem, I felt like I needed to say something else. And
Mm.
so I think I was on the phone with my friend one day, and we were just kind of going back and forth. And I was like, I said something. She was like, bitch, that's a line. Right. And so that's something that I continue to say to this day. It'll be like, this has been 10 plus years ago at this point.
Hmm.
And um, I just at this point I kind of free write and just write in pieces or when things hit me. So poems kind of they're building themselves as opposed to when I was writing back then, writing to put something together for the sake of a show.
Right.
And so I don't really write like that anymore. And so, but that's how I got involved with erotic poetry, responding to someone else, not knowing that that's what I was doing. I was writing for real. Like, I was like, girl, hey, let me tell you something, you know. And then somebody, like I said, having a conversation with my girlfriend, it's just I wrote something else, and it's been a thing since.
I
Okay.
mean, amazing, amazing.
Whew. Okay.
You ready?
I am. Yeah. Okay. She whispers. Write your poems inside the secret places of my body. Compose the works of our new love with the invisible ink of your tongue.
Mm.
Mm.
You got to rewind on that one because
Yeah. Say
I
that
heard
again.
that. Say that one again.
She whispers, write your poems inside the secret places of my body.
Mm.
Compose the works of our new love with the invisible ink of your tongue.
Mm.
Mm.
I like that. How
Mm.
do you feel about that one?
That was soft.
Right.
Ooh, that was soft.
Right.
Y'all got me over here blushing.
It
Yes,
was.
that was some lay me down on a bed of flowers and feathers and soft pillows and just lay back and look at me.
Right.
Yes. Ooh, yes, honey.
Like that. And plus,
That was
that is a part of it too. People do body praise. That's kind of like
mm-hmm,
what that sounds like. Just
mm-hmm,
admiring, like going back to yours about this feast, admiring this splendor, this canvas that I
yeah,
now get to paint on with my
yeah,
fingers and tongue and toes and every other extremity that I can think of.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. That was really good.
That was good. That was good. Is it my turn?
Now it's my turn. I'm gonna go with
Okay,
one more.
good, good,
So
good,
I
good.
have one. This is another short one that's an exclusive that I haven't performed either. Um, so I'm gonna give this one to you. This one actually doesn't have a name, and I'm thinking about expanding on it, but I'll give it to you guys today. I carved my name into her thighs with my breath, then traces it with my eyes, stroking them with my tongue with as much skill as a master painter,
Mm,
painting your skin blush red as blood rushes to your waiting sweetness. Intoxicated by the smooth aroma of her, I move closer, inciting the involuntary arch of your back, giving me a perfect view.
Mm,
Carefully, I survey my treasure, plotting your surrender, moving closer to my bounty. You close your eyes and lean back, feeling the warmth of my breath on your now glistening core. You inhale, attempting to brace yourself for my skillful attack. And it's a very short and sweet one.
nah, baby, that ain't short and sweet. I say all of that.
mm,
I'm
Um,
over
mm.
here like,
So tell me about that one.
so yeah, so that one, it's an old one, and honestly, I was actually at an event similar. I was at a poetry event, and there was this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous person reciting their poetry and doing their thing, and they actually happened to be the feature that night. And some poets are like very much like power to the people, militant, and she just has so much passion, and it was just so much like intensity. But in my mind, like I could not just escape like wanting to undress her,
Mm,
like wanting to soften her up, like wanting to let her express that softness that she took so much pride in hiding. She was also masculine of center, and as we know, masculine of center lesbians typically, they he-man strong, and they don't always allow their femininity and their vulnerability to showcase. So
mm,
in writing this was like me wanting to address her in that way, to see the
mm,
more softer side of her and to allow her to experience that. So, me, I'm gonna talk my shit. So and that's essentially what this was like, baby girl, I need you to understand, ain't nothing pillow, a princess, or nothing over here. Like none of that. Like you can get down, I can get down too. So it was kind of one of these word plays that we had back and forth with each other, and this was from that.
mm.
So that's
mm,
how that came about.
Okay.
mm.
Nice, nice, nice. Listen, them uh I ain't gonna call them response pieces, but response pieces.
Right.
Listen, they be some powerful things.
Right.
Um, I think, you know, what's I think softness is a thing that we as women of color, black women, don't get too often a chance to experience, no matter how we identify,
Right.
Mhm.
right? And so I think I try to keep that in mind when I write. Like, you don't know who I'm talking about,
Right.
and unless you know me, then maybe you know who I'm talking about, but I'm just saying.
Right.
Um, and so I have this poem, um, and it's written from a very soft place.
Mm. Okay.
Make love to me like I've sacredly invited you into my sacral chakra, and somehow you've entered the realm of my heart. Carved in melted wax drippings of red and pink candles, seasoned with Damiana pumpkin spice and honey. Like my Yanni is not a pussy, but sustenance from which you seek nourishment, hell bent on satisfying your hunger and quenching your thirst. Like the energy of the first full moon on the third night of retrograde, charging handmade dolls soaked in rose petals and lavender, flowing, cleansing, protecting your being, third eye seeing, honey jars and parchment paper with scribbles of love, swishes conjoining spirits, conjuring visions like you are my succubus, taking full advantage of the paralysis of my body with your touch. You're casting lust spells on love day, spelled out the number of ways you will astrally project my spirit in the abyss. Your kiss synonymous with the stars. With each one planet, I exploded and became white noise. Only you understood my frequencies. We transmitting energies that has your roots in my crown, sending currencies down and around loop legs like wine drizzled from your lips, dripped in amethyst, rose quartz, and carnelian that flows in your blood, heightened by heart and nipples, engorged pockets full of stones, eclipsing the moon, harvesting moans on lunar nights, my back arched, hanging crescents. Sweet trickles of fresh fruit sacrificed by your chin, to my tongue, my mouth waters for more of your offerings. Your heart sat on my altar, beating, chanting, singing, bold chimes, and hand claps on my ass, echoing in the corners of the universe, waking our ancestors. Make love to me like magic.
Mm. I love that. Absolutely.
That yeah. Mm.
I love the softness of that. Like you said, like it's. I agree. Softness is something that we, as women of color, Black women specifically, we don't get to always be. And I think a lot of the times, like people will automatically just assume, especially in these sexual and intimate spaces, that we require roughness or
Mm,
harshness. It has to be heavy, hard, intense like that. But no, sometimes I just want to be soft. I
mm,
just
Right.
like the fluidity of love making and not just fucking. I mean, of course, fucking is good too. Nobody's good about that.
mhm,
But there's also a more sensual side to it that we both can enjoy.
mhm,
It's not weak of you to enjoy the softer side of things, just because you may be more masculine presenting.
mhm,
It's not weak of you to switch up the roles, I guess you could say,
mhm,
and be able
mhm,
to indulge in each other. So I like that piece. And it actually reminds me of a piece I actually wasn't going to do, but I actually want to do now because it kind of leads into that, especially about the role reversal. Because
Mhm.
I'm very much of a switch. Like I like I can do this, but I can also do this. Like I have no problem being wherever you need me
There
to
is
be.
duality in a thing, you know?
Right. so
Mhm.
so yeah, so being in that. So this one is called play. So I'll do this. Yes, Tish, we talking about it switching. Yes, we can do all things. That's my Gemini sister right there. That we can do all things. Um, so this one is called play. I like to play.
Mhm.
You ever just you ever just want to devour someone as soon as you see them? So much that your mouth begins to salivate when you hear their name. Constant thoughts in the brain, just wanting to sneak just a little taste, just one touch. Hand between her thighs, the other gripping her butt. I mean,
Mhm.
fuck. I can't be the only one that's felt this way, am I? I mean, I've never been one to shy away or hide, letting opportunity pass me by, but I just want to finger her on the slide.
Mhm.
Oh,
Feel her clit between my fingertips as we sit around strangers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Because I need her to be lit and ready to go. Shocked that I would even
my
be so
goodness.
bold as if I told her, look, your soul I now hold. But it's cool. She can put on for her boys that she's putting it down, but we will both know who wears that crown. See, I really, really like to. You ever just You ever just want to switch up the roles, make pleasure the goal, and explore fantasies untold? Make her arch her back and her toes curl. Remind her that she too is a girl, a woman with curves that deserve an absurd amount of attention, and not to mention a garden that needs tending. Harvesting fruit with such drive and pace, I want to just sit on my face and ride my tongue like an equestrian race. I mean, my arms hook her thighs, securing with no need for chase.
Mm.
Just space and enough pressure applied to hear that deep moan as her resistance dies. Fucking. I know I'm not the only one that thinks this way, so I just have one question. Which one of you would like to play?
Ooh. Ooh.
Well,
Well.
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 So I wrote that piece because, like, at that time, like I said, a lot of times people switch roles, role reversal. Like, you don't always have to be the top. I can top every once in a while too. Like, I like to be a little dominant every once in a while too. So that kind of goes back to what we were talking about the softness of things and being able to be in these spaces and feel safe and secure in these spaces.
Mhm. Mhm.
See, I knew
So
I was in the right vein. The next one I was gonna read, I'm sitting there like, wait a minute.
so yeah, I think that's where we are. Oh, we almost lost her. So yeah,
Oh,
that's
dang.
kind of the
Okay, I don't
thing
know why
where
people be calling me. Can y'all
see
hear me?
we can hear you now.
Oh
So yeah, that's kind of where that was. That switch energy me, that Gemini in me came out. And I was like, hold on now,
Mhm.
hold on,
Mhm.
hold my beer. Like you, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, you can have me climbing the walls, but I can have you climbing the walls too. So
Right. Right.
we can be titans in here fighting if we want to.
Right.
That's kind of where that came from. Oh, we lost Keisha, so she'll have to come.
Right. Well, I think it's healing in that. I think that, which is why the act of sex, of course, of it being meaningful and intentional and all those things. I think being able to, I mean, if I can't be truly naked with you, even though I'm naked with you,
Mhm.
then what am I really doing?
Right.
You
I
know? So. I agree. Keisha, girl, you ready? You got
I'm
us
ready.
something.
My daughter calling. I'm like, girl, you know I'm doing my show. What you doing? But she is pregnant, so I gotta make sure, baby girl, all right.
Yeah, gotta make
Okay,
sure.
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So this one I did find, in honey, it was right in the vein of what y'all was just talking about. See, this is the devil. This is the devil. Hold on, let me go back to it. Okay, here it is. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it says, my warm whisper, intimate in your ear.
Mm,
The people around us, completely unaware of how you tremble at the power of my words. I
Mm,
love making your body blush in places others cannot see.
mm.
mm.
I like that. I like you've been coming with the little short, sweet punches though.
Yeah,
You know,
I was like, hey, I gotta find it. Mind you, everybody, these are not mine. I researched, and these are the ones that stood out to me that made me say, damn, bang, I'm coming out. Be ready on spot. Yes,
Thank
those were a few. And when y'all was reading y'all, I was like, okay, we doing all this in public. Let's go. Let's go. We doing all this in public.
listen.
Absolutely.
right. So I guess, well, since we're coming kind of close to the end, if you could, Miss Nightlife, give us one more to kind of
Okay.
send us out, and
Okay.
we'll get some more information. And then also, too, once you're done, please make sure to let everybody know again where they can find you, where they can buy the books, because I know after they've heard everything tonight, they're going to buy some books. So definitely make sure we get that.
Right.
Okay. Um, all right. So kind of keep the same energy but rougher.
Okay.
All right. I know that I've been selfish discussing things you do to me. So allow me to humble myself and verbalize how I talk to the pussy. I answer every time she calls like dialing 911 on a rotary phone. It's
Mm,
pulsating. The pause in her breath uncontrolled by orgasmic sensations articulated by the use of comma, comma, and a series of breakfast, lunch, and dinner desperately seeking sustenance promise of 3 meals a day, snacks in between, nothing, and I do mean nothing can keep me from the cream of my hostess. So, forgive me if it becomes uncomfortable for you to know that when the pussy spoke, I obliged its request and left the pussy soaked.
Ooh,
Stoked by foreshadowed displays of my tongue stroke around and around, 360 degrees at right angles, up and down, in and out. The conversation your pussy has with my mouth is entangled in the question marks in your back. Now your participle is dangling, ready to contract nostalgic like it's your first time. And when I'm finished talking to the pussy, you'll believe that I can turn water into wine. Yes, I sucks the shit out of a clit like Superhead sucks dick. It's simply amazing. Let your nature rise before I spread those thighs, anticipating what awaits. My fingers lingering, shedding light in places where there is no time and no space. And surprisingly, I enjoy when the pussy speaks, seeking me for the release of your hidden freaks. So, the next time that I get on my box talking about the way you make my pussy rock, remind me that no pussy nowhere should suffer. And I'll humble myself once again and make the pussy shudder in exchange of dialogues and body walks. So, when you want to, you can call me. I promise you I'll make the pussy talk. And peace.
yes. I love that so much. I love it. I love it when you talk your shit, bro. I love
woo,
it.
honey.
I love it. Look,
I
we
got
actually
you,
got a,
sis.
comment in the from Tish. She says, "I'm gonna need some bedroom candy stuff, Keisha." After this.
Baby. But me too, sis. I'm sitting over here like, woo, hold
Oh
on.
goodness.
Mm. Baby, listen. Hey.
Come on, fan.
Right.
Woo, baby,
Oh my
that was, that
word.
was, that was, and that was,
Now,
and that was.
see, this is why I asked her to come. Like when I tell you, bro,
Dang,
when I tell you my friends are dope. Like I'm
baby,
dope.
don't. They haven't even created a word yet.
I'm trying to tell you that. Tell you.
Man,
Oh my goodness.
man,
So
that was amazing. Sure. How, girl, hold on,
she
hold
talking a
on.
little loud today. You see that?
Right, don't be starting stuff.
Mm.
Hold on.
Everybody's gonna be talking tonight. Okay.
Right. Girl. That was yes, ma'am.
Oh my
All
goodness.
right.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
thank you.
Yes,
Thank you again for just coming on. Like I said, I definitely want everybody to know where they can follow you, where they can get these books. Please support your artists, support your poets, and everything, and make sure that
yes.
you do that. So please, if you could let us know where to get the books.
Absolutely. They can that's a lot. Just DM me. You can follow me on Instagram at nightlifes_venom. DM me. I will send it to you personally and shout you out, put your name and all that kind of stuff, or whatever you want me to say. If you want me to say something or you want me to write something specific to you, then you have to let me know that in your DM. So DM me. Um, and like I said, I'm across the World Wide Web as your real estate plug at Real Estate Maggie. It's spelled as it's spelled. Um, and like that's realestatemaggie.com too. You can go there as well. But I'm accessible. Send me an email, DM me something, um, and get at me. I respond.
Okay. Well, thank you again so much for coming through and just doing what you do best. Just getting this all together, right? Like I said, everybody gonna be talking once we get off this show. I think that was an excellent piece to end it on. So,
Right.
Keisha, you got anything?
Huh? What? I just want to say thank you for being here, cause like yeah, that was amazing. Thank everybody that joined in too. I'm sorry for all my little technical difficulties. Normally that is not me, but yes, thank you for being here. I don't have anything to add because that was amazing. I'm glad, babe, you
Thank
touched.
you.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
y'all for having me. And at any time, any topic, I'll probably have an opinion.
Yes. Well, we also got to get you on some of our panels because we
Okay.
also have another show which is called Studs and Femmes Lavender Diaries, where I'm the
Mm,
moderator. Keisha is actually one of our core panelists, where we get on and we talk about different topics in the lesbian community that may be taboo, maybe not. We have a couple coming up about parenting. We just did one
mm.
recently about cheating, which we're actually going to do a part two as well, parenting, and a whole host of other topics that we're going to be talking about. So I
Okay.
would love to have you on as one of those two
Absolutely.
to be able
Absolutely.
to express yourself as
Yeah,
well.
I got a couple of things, especially that parenting one. Even if I'm not on that panel, I would love to listen in and say what I have to say, honey, because,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So yeah, so we're gonna be planning those coming up. So
Okay.
again, everybody who's tuned, thank you so much for tuning in to Quiet Dominance. Next month, we're actually gonna do a part two to our Doms is gonna come through. So we're really excited about that. And we're
Yeah.
gonna get that going too. So I'm excited about that. Again, thank you so much, Mrs. Nightlife, for coming through
Yeah.
and expressing yourself with us.
Yes.
Everybody, have a great and safe night.
Yes.
Safe sex, safe, sane, and consensual. Those are
Yes.
the three rules that we got going on here.
Right.
Thank you
Absolutely.
everybody for tuning in, all the comments. Again, make sure you follow Miss Nightlife. Buy the books. Like I said, she just gave us a snippet of the raw talent that she's got. And these books are amazing. So definitely make sure that you get them and that they're on the shelf. Like, absolutely. And so have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.